Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. And also, it is timeless, okay? So this can be in relation to events from the past, things that are playing out currently, or things that may come up in your near future, even further beyond. However, I do feel you'll receive this message at the time when you need to hear it. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from 3 oracle decks I have here. So I'll pull one from the Dark Mirror, one from the Angelarium, and then one from the Moonology. With regards to the tarot messages, I'll be pulling cards from the Beautiful Creatures 2nd edition deck. So, Gemini, let's see what the shadow aspect is revealing. So while I'm shuffling, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of the channel. If you'd like to have a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So the card that you got, Gemini, is Naked Before the Stars. Okay, Naked Before the Stars. So I feel like, I feel like you're coming into a place of true self-acceptance, okay? Like, it's not been easy. There's been a lot of hang-ups that you've had to work through, a lot of insecurities over the years, especially when it comes to your relationships and having faith and trust in your partner, especially if you have been cheated on in the past, right? So I feel like you've had a lot of hang-ups when it comes to how you feel you're perceived by your partner, by others, and whether or not you're being compared, you know, in terms of your body weight, your hair, your looks, whatever, you know. But I feel like this is you coming to embrace and accept yourself fully, regardless of how anyone else perceives you, which is great. I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. Okay. So, but I feel like, you're still in that process, right? You're getting to that point of you will get to that point eventually of full acceptance, which is great, but I feel like you're still in, you know, working on it pretty much. Like, you've made significant progress, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking that from you, Gemini, but I feel like you're still working on it, okay? Okay. So I just pulled a card from the Angelarian deck, and the card that you got is Shaligriel, Angel of Snow. So this energy is particularly gorgeous because it tells us no matter how trying or difficult a situation may be, there's always a joy that can be found. There's always a ray of hope, right? There's always something, a slither of hope that you can hold on to, you know, that will help dissolve some of the grey stagnancy of a situation or the complete disparity, you know, between you know, the past timeline and a future timeline, because, you know, I feel like there is a part of you that's kind of, that feels caught between two worlds, right? Like, especially when it comes to this, between, you know, the world you knew before where you was constantly critiquing, judging yourself and others, and the world where there's just full love and acceptance, right? But I feel like you're kind of in that process of deconstructing your old reality and perception right now. But you're still hopeful. You're still knowing that you can get there. It's just right now, some things are looking a bit bleak or feel a bit bleak or a bit heavy. But you know that ultimately, you know, whenever you want to change something, if you want something new, you have to release the old, right? So I feel like you're just deconstructing still at the moment. So let's go to the booklet and see what the signs are for Shaligriel's energy. In case any of these signs come up in your environment, for whatever reason, your attention is transfixed on it, as there may be a deeper message from the divine that can help you at this time. So the signs for this is a snowflake, a seed, a pine tree, okay? A snowflake, a seed, a pine tree, right? So if you may be somewhere, you know, because we do have Angel of Snow here, you know, it's a snow, pine tree, you know, things like that. You may be somewhere where, you know, it's now winter, it's getting very cold, So there may be something significant around the holidays as well that happens that really helps encourage you to just fully accept yourself. There may be a family member that talks to you, that encourages you, that says something very, very profound, and it completely transforms the way you look at something with regards to your self-love, self-esteem, and you know, attractiveness, things like that. Okay, so let's go over to the Moonology and see what advice we can get from the Mother Moon at this time. So what advice can we give? What guidance can we provide? Gemini, so you have New Moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears, right? Work through your fears. So there's something that you're still, like I said, you're still going through this process, right? There's something you still have a significant hang up on when it comes to your physical appearance, I feel. Or just a hang up when it comes to feeling like your partner will always value someone else over you, or find someone else more attractive than you, or that your partner is going to cheat on you, something like that, right? Because this is all about the physicality. So yeah, I feel like you're being asked to work through that at this time, which you are. I just feel like there's still more healing, purging, releasing that needs to be done, transmuting. It's a process, right? So it's just encouraging you to continue the work, essentially. Especially if you have had a bit of a relapse and, you know, you've been having detrimental thoughts, feelings again, and perhaps even arguing with people because of it. It's telling you that you can still work on it. Every day is a new opportunity. Every moment, rather than every day, but every moment is a new opportunity to work on it, right? So it's something to keep in mind in case there has been a bit of a relapse in behavior or thought process or feelings lacking of, you know, lack of self-worth. Okay, so we'll see what the tarot has to say now with regards to these energies, and see if we can shed a bit more light as to what's going on here. But yeah, definitely trust issues is what I'm getting with this so far. Yeah, trust issues, principles, morals, right? Expectations, needs, emotions. Yeah. So the first card you have is the Six of Swords, okay? So this is speaking of moving out of one state to another, from one situation to another, from one location to another, okay? It's movement, it's forward movement, it is change. And I feel like, because this is obviously swords as well, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I feel like you being in your energy, when you are in your energy, when you're in your higher vibration, you know your value, you know your worth, and you come away from these really detrimental thought processes that you have, these thoughts that you have that really bring you down, and you start, you know, speaking positively to yourself. That's what I feel, you know. You kind of detach from having those negative thoughts, and you do start to naturally think more positively and say more positive things about yourself, right? So I feel like that needs to be the focus here. I feel like you are doing that, which is really good. And I feel like you're consciously picking yourself up on it as well. Whenever you say anything that's self-deprecating, or, you know, you second guess yourself about something that you know that you have every right to be confident, to be sure on, right? So it's good. It's good that you're doing that. The next card that you have is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So that's air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is you, you know, this is you just being completely transparent, to be honest. With the Seven of Swords being in reverse, going from the 6 to the 7, but in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is you just wanting peace of mind, like genuinely, just valuing peace of mind and self-acceptance and embracing yourself as one whole complete package. You know, I feel like your intentions are very honest, right? It's very innocent, right? Especially with this energy. I feel like your intentions are very innocent, especially if you are in a relationship right now and you're having problems that involve certain aspects of insecurity or certain hang-ups that you have. I feel like, you know, the love you have for this person is very genuine and it's very innocent. I feel like the things that you do, even the detrimental behaviors, are never coming from a place of malice. It's just, you know, fear mentality, you know, and projecting the worst onto your person, right? But you do need to address that if that's the case, right? Especially if they've given you no reason to, right? Because I feel like this is in relation to past events. That's where those hang-ups stem from, right? When it comes to your next card, you have the Ten of Swords. So something is coming to an end, which is great. And I really feel like this is, you know, those hang-ups that you have. Like I said, you're already doing the process, the healing, right? You're doing the inner work, you're doing the shadow work. That's indicative of the inner child coming back to life here. Shaligariel's energy for me, out of like all of the angels, right? She embodies that inner child, a healed inner child. So yeah, that's definitely doing some deep shadow work there and it's paying off. So I feel like you are now releasing a lot of pain and fear, anger, resentment, you know, trust issues, abandonment issues. A lot of that is being shifted out right now, which is amazing. You're letting go of something that caused significant pain to you as well. Like you're just done with it. Like you're not hanging on to the pain. You're forgiving whoever hurt you and you're freeing yourself from it because you don't want to be attached to it anymore, which is great. Next card you have is the Hierophant, Taurus energy, right? You could have Taurus in your chart or you could be dealing with one. But I feel like this is, yeah, speaking of your principles, your views, your values, your morals, right? What you hold dear to you, what you hold in high regard, you know? And I feel like, yeah, some of you may be okay, I got a message. Some of you got from sorry, I know I'm just getting really tongue-tied because I just had a download. Some of you are going through a spiritual awakening or some kind of like epiphany, and it's making you completely change how you conduct yourself, how you live your life. I feel like if you yourself were very promiscuous in the past, I feel like you're completely changing that. And the people that you choose as well are going to be completely different moving forward. If you are coming into separation with a person here, or if you recently separated with someone, or even, you know, you've been single for a while, because it's going to be different for different people. Yeah, I feel like you are going to choose very differently moving forward, right? Because you feel like you have to change yourself. You have to it's almost like repent for your sins. Maybe some of you are going down, you know, the religious route. I don't know, right? Because I do get some people who hold religious faiths, you know, that practice certain religious faiths following my channel. So it's possible, right, that that's happening for you, but not for all of you. That's for a very select few. For others of you, I'm just like, you know, you're just staying very true to your principles, your boundaries, right? And you're like, nothing is worth sacrificing my peace of mind, my happiness, my self-acceptance, right? So that's what you're working on, right? Whether or not you get the support or not, that's what you're doing. Next card you have is the Five of Cups. So that is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, this is looking back on a loss, right? And being very emotional about it, feeling really remorseful or regretful, or feeling guilty, feeling sad, you know, longing, feeling apathy. It's just like looking back with despair, you know, like on a lost situation. So I feel like, yeah, even though things are looking bleak around you, like I said, maybe with certain situations that have played out, you know, there is still hope here. There is still a glimmer of hope of you being able to get to where you want to be within yourself, because you're already on that path, but also possibly healing a situation from the past with someone that you were emotionally invested in, okay, an ex-partner of sorts, right? So you may be, in separation, and you're looking at whether or not there's any glimmer of hope in healing the situation, but there is. You're feeling it still, and you're looking back on things wishing they had gone very differently. And then next, the last card you have here is the Three of Swords. Okay, lots of air energy in your reading. I mean, I know you're an air sign and all, Gemini, but still, you're very much in your head. Three of Swords is pain, right? And this is under the Ten of Swords. So it's like you're releasing a lot of things from your past. You're releasing a significant trauma or event that caused, you know, the forming of certain behaviors and thoughts, okay? Even if it wasn't traumatic, it was still significant, right? And I feel like you have been healing that, whatever came from that. And yeah, that is coming to an end. That's changing, right? You've alchemized that. However, there is other things that need attending to, particularly, like I said, when it comes to trust issues and past betrayals, right? So that's where I feel like your focus will be shifting now. But Gemini, I really hope this helps. It looks really good, you know. Just keep moving forward, keep putting the work in, and you will get there, okay? So I hope this does help you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget the notifications bell. And like I say, one step at a time. Keep following the course. Don't, you know, let anyone derail you, and you will get to where you want to be, okay? But I feel like the inner work is paying off, okay? It's a lifelong process, so it's not a race. You're not going to have it over and done with overnight. But you're doing well. You're taking very good steps forward, so keep going, okay? So send you guys lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.